Hello everybody and welcome to I believe this is episode 4 of our Mineshafts and Monsters series. This series is of course sponsored by my patrons over on Patreon. If you would like week early access to this series, go ahead and support me at $1 a month over there and you'll get this series an entire week early. But between episodes, I've been an extraordinarily busy bee dealing with the most painful thing in Minecraft, known as mobs. So over here, we've collected quite a few sheep and cows, so that way we are able to get buckets and tons of wool. And the cyan wool is actually extraordinarily important because I'm able to sacrifice it to the altar of Poseidon, which will give me better luck with him or better favor with him. So that way I'm able to cross the sea without bringing down his curse. And then over here at the chunk error, this is the thing that took the most time and that is pretty much the most frustrating because the closest one of these is so far away. And we have ourselves 2 villagers, so we're able to actually take this, and this chunk error I've decided is going to be the location of our villager trading hall. So I'm going to go ahead and get into creating that. Just one more thing before we do, I did manage to upgrade my sword, so we now have Mending, Sharpness 3, Leech 3, Unbreaking 3, and Bane of Illagers. Leech basically means that when I kill a mob, I have a chance to gain a portion of its maximum health back. But turns out, last episode, we didn't actually need to go searching for bees because there's a bee's nest right here. There's also this thing, and I'm scared to touch it if I'm being honest. It looks like it's just a giant hive from Forestcraft. Who knows? I know there's a queen bee boss in this game, so yeah, for perspective, that's where our house is. That's where the beehive is. So we really did need to actually go exploring, but fortunately we did get some cherry saplings which are going to be useful for us for our villager trading hall. And of course we have our dragon here to help get us around. This dude still needs a name, and if you have a suggestion for this dude's name, go ahead and drop it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thought. And just like that, we have dug out this chunk error down to a semi-reasonable height. We are going to be building up around here. We are going to be using this gorgeous wood that I found. It's called, I believe, darkwood logs. And we're going to be combining it with cherry logs. And I'm going to go ahead and lay down this entire flooring. I'm going to build up a little bit of it. We're going to do this in progress style updates because unfortunately I am unable to do a time lapse in this world. Progress update number 1, the floor has been completed and our villagers are still in under here. I'm going to move them off a little bit so that way we can create a villager breeder to get this area populated. But first, we are going to need to build up some walls around this thing. Next up in our progress updates, we have finished what the walls are going to look like. They are going to have this sort of pattern. So we have 2 arches and then this kind of circle cross-esque pattern. And I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that on all sides so that way this area is completely enclosed. And I will start working on laying up the interior. We do have these little sconces, question mark. I believe that's what they might be called over here to help us with lighting, but that will not solve the lighting in the middle. And I'm thinking like evil chandeliers or maybe like lava fountains would be super duper cool and match this aesthetic so well. But it is now nighttime, so I do have to sleep before everything tries to kill me. And I will catch you all up once I have even more progress. Just to prove that I am not being cheap and I'm actually building up the pattern on these walls. There you go. You get to see it. Perfect. Done. So I've stopped by my house and there's something absolutely crazy here, and we are definitely going to need emeralds for it. And we're going to need to convert you into normal emeralds. Let's see. We can quickly get rid of the bucket because we need 2 sticks and a diamond. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 sticks, and actually we need 3 diamonds. And we are going to make ourselves an axe real fast, and we do have just enough emeralds. I hope he is still here. I really hope he is still here because I am not ready for this. This seems, where is he? Oh, shoot. There is a wandering trader around here somewhere. Where is he? Please. There he is. Are you all ready for this? Efficiency 10, Mending and Silk Touch and Unbreaking 5. Yes, please. I no longer need you, you life-ending 2 axe. Oh, I feel so powerful. But I was coming here to grab some sugar cane so that way I can make cherry pie because that seems like the easiest thing to do with the massive amounts of cherries I'm getting popping down all the cherry trees. I have two things I would like to show you all. The first one is look at how incredibly powerful this axe is. Like, it tears through everything so much that the mod doesn't quite know what to do with it, and everything just lags out. Second, we have the first floor of this building nearly completed. All we're gonna have to do is get some villagers in. I'd also like to add some chandeliers to the roof. So basically what's gonna happen is our villagers are gonna be here. Since they're on honey, they can't jump out of this area. Their workstations are gonna be, oh, I forgot I had the axe in my hand. Their workstations are gonna be right there. So that way they still also won't be able to escape in that direction. This entire area is mob proof. And then we will eventually be adding on a second story, which we have this really cool spiral staircase to get up to. I'm really happy with how this turned out. But I'm going to build a villager breeder. I am not going to bore you with the details of that. And then we will start getting the villagers into their own places. And just a little bit later, we have our infinite villager breeder all set up. This design is by Logical Geek Boy. And it is a 1.16 infinite villager breeder. So hopefully soon we'll start getting babies from these two. So that way we can act. Oh, I just saw the love heart. We can't look. Shh. There he is. Okay, good. This thing is working. I was a little bit worried that it wouldn't. But once we do that, we are going to be able to take these dudes out through a minecart and populate this wonderful area over here full of villagers. There's a very specific one that I would like to get. How did you even spawn? There's no spawnable spots in here. Well, I'm gonna have to double check that. Maybe he spawned on the roof. That's a big possibility, but I am going to go ahead and double check spawn spaces in here and start filling this up with villagers. We got our first villager in here, and we're actually giving this villager a coal block in order to do so because he's going to give us this nice book, and it has a lot more lore in it. On the village, there was a sorcerer. He was unfriendly and hydrophobic. At the point that one day he leaves, some rumors says that he moved to a desert alone where nobody knows him. He is a fire sorcerer and can manipulate fire easily. Don't play with fire near him. Okay, so this is probably one of the bosses, and if we open up his inventory, we can trade for back Aragamine, whatever this is. Let's see, what... Oh, well, I have no idea what those things do, but they were consumed when I right-clicked them, and we got a new book. Miners running from something never seen before on the new mine. A monster born near us. All the iron eaten by it. Turned him into a hard ferrous goo. Nobody could stop it. We are the mans in charge to seal the mine. If I were to die, I write this book as advice for those to come. I'm pretty sure that has to do with the iron slime as one of the bosses. So here's what I was talking about with these, is if we take them and we right click them, it just consumes them. And I don't know exactly if we get anything out of it, but we did get a new book, which is Grand Finale. This is me. Last time I tried to escape, but no choice. Gonna ship this in a bottle. I forgot to recharge on the port. Shiver me timbers, only need to shoot the tentacle joint. Okay, so yeah, this is giving us little hints on how to defeat all the major bosses in game. So let's go ahead and level you up quite a bit more. Oh, the villager handed us another book. Okay, comment. Let's see. I adore cats. If it be true, thee dareth catch but a wink in mine own tomb with a gift next to thee. I may give it thee, and I am young and waketh up from mine own slumber. Guardeth mine own tomb with mine own gift, and I shaft cometh to greeteth thee personally. And here is the translation if you want to pause the video and read it. And this is, yeah, all about the new cool bosses in this game. And this is going to give us the location of where all these are. So the house was the very first one that we read, the iron mines, the ship, and the castle. So there's tons and tons of cool stuff that we are able to do with this now that we have this villager. So I've got quite a bit of our villagers in here, farmers of course, because we have our giant farming operation over there, and we've got a couple things. We got a couple lore books. We have so many emeralds now. We have just over 4 stacks, and I just unlocked the ability to use a smithing table. That is so exciting. So I gotta populate the rest of this there's so much that I have to do here, but I'm very excited. I've been doing a lot of trading with my villager friends here. Lost quite a few emeralds due to trading, but gained quite a few of them back, and we have some really insane trades here. We, of course, have our standard farmers. These all, like, there's nothing terribly special here with them. You can occasionally exchange passion fruit, or you could get cherry pies, or some stuff like that. There are some fun little additional things in the small pack that aren't quite available in vanilla that you can get. What gets really interesting is when we come over here, I believe, to the armorers or toolsmiths. These are the toolsmiths. Because, yeah, you have your standard stone axe, stone pickaxe, enchanted stuff, enchanted diamond stuff. Unfortunately, like, they sell you a stone hoe, which isn't great. But if we go over to this dude has a little something special. He literally will sell us shulker boxes. What's the point anymore? We can get shulker boxes without even going to the nether. Well, we have two of these dudes who sell shulker boxes. They also sell some of them sell pretty decent weapons, like in tools. Like we got the Sufficiency 3, Soulbound, Smelting Touch, Fortune 1 shovel. And if we come over here to this dude and I just start making the weapon smiths, you can see like he of course again has the standard things that he trades for. And then we get to this, which is a 12 attack damage, 0.8 attack speed axe. Which, yes, that is going to be much better than my iron sword is right now. Though my iron sword does have a couple really nice things on it. Well, this one just has sharpness on it. But yeah, it looks like you can get a lot of cool weapons from this suit, like this freezing foil and the sheer dagger. But unfortunately, I need to get this episode out as soon as possible because I want to try and release at least one per week. And that won't be able to happen unless I get this episode out for y'all as soon as I can. So I am not going to do any more villagers beyond the suit that I'm getting in right now. And in case you're wondering, this is how I've been getting them in as I push them around in their mine carts until we are able to get them into the right spot. But that's all I have time for today. If you all enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like on it. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And again, thank you to my wonderful patrons over on Patreon for helping sponsor this episode. It means the world to me. And I hope you all have a great day, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Goodbye!